It's called Tepoztlan. Like I said, it's a pueblo mágico. They've kind of conserved the feel from like the 1800s or 1700s even. It feels like an old European town. Well, it looks like it's so beautiful to come in there. There's a pyramid called El Tepoztlan that's up there. It gets quite a bit of like tourist attraction. So there are like some Europeans there. And like sometimes it's weird to knock on somebody's door and the guy comes to the door and starts speaking English to you. But I don't know. It's really interesting in Tepoztlan. Like it's generally illegal for people to drink in public, like out in the street, unless it's like El Carnival, when like that's when they let people loose and they can have like all of their drinks and stuff. But generally, like it's a lot cleaner than places you'll go to. And it's just like a small town. Everybody knows each other. It's just this tight community where even the people who aren't Mormon, they know who the missionaries are before you know who they are. And they'll reach out a helping hand to you. They're really kind in Tepoztlan. It's a really small community where they're all working together. That's why the crime rate is really low in Tepoztlan, because generally people, it's like one big family. You know, people generally care about each other. There are a lot of gossip. Like that tends to happen because people know each other, and so they'll like gossip to other people, like, oh, you know what this member did. And so like sometimes that'll cause problems with investigators, because like investigators will be like, oh, well, this guy, like he's a member of your church and like I saw him drinking. And so like it'll cause some issues because everybody's so close, but also it's just like a really fun place to live in because people are very nice and very kind to you and very willing to at least give you the benefit of the doubt. They might not listen to your lessons, but they'll still be kind to you. One time we accidentally contacted what's called a catequista, which is like a woman who works for the Catholic Church and teaches like Sunday school. And she was actually really kind about it. It wasn't like in some of my other areas where you come across somebody who's of a different faith and, you know, works in that faith, where they'll like start fighting you and get mad that you tried to preach to them. This lady was really understanding. She was like, oh yeah, like, you know, I've got faith too. And like, isn't it great that we're teaching people? And so like, even though we weren't able to like share our lesson with her, it was still nice that we didn't have the spirit of contention there. Tepoztlan is it's just a fun place to live. Also, there are these amazing ice cream shops. It's called Tepos Nieves. They have like 5 of them. They all sell the same ice cream. Like they're a bunch of different flavors, but like they're all the same. But there are so many of them because it's just so popular. If you go to Tepoztlan, even if you don't serve there, you should go there on like a P day and hike the Tepozteco, like see that history behind that, and you know, get some Tepos Nieve, enjoy that. It's a fun P day activity. I don't know. I did it a few times and I was there. The other thing about Tepoztlan and like a lot of small towns is they will have a lot of parties. Like Tepoztlan, they base like their calendar year around a party. Every like block has their own party because they've got a bunch of Catholic churches. Like the Catholic Church is really strong in Tepoztlan, and not many other churches are very strong. But they've got like the town is divided up depending on which Catholic church is closest to you. And so they'll have like block parties for each church, like at least 2 block parties per month. And so you'll hear like a lot of partying and stuff. Those people, like they're partying and just enjoying themselves. but they're also willing to give you food. Like that happened a lot where they'd be like, oh yeah, like for our lunch appointment, we'd be with some members and they'd be like, oh, hey, yeah, we're having the block party that day. We'll just give you some of the mole. And I don't know, everybody there was generally accepting of the missionaries, and it was just really nice to have that tight-knit connection.